Hey guys, since I made the trip here and you didn't, I get to impose my own question. So, awkwardly, I will ask Grandpa, what book or movie changed his life? And my second question is, what made him want to be a writer? All eyes on you, Grandpa. Oh, I'm moving. Oh, going the wrong way here. Right.
Good question, Joel. Movies. One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life, and it's just been in the last month that I saw it, was Hercules. And this was an animated cartoon, but it was unlike anything that I'd ever seen before. It had 20-piece orchestra in the background and
the Disney Hercules?
Opera. Yeah.
Was it a cartoon?
Disney.
Yeah.
Really?
I think that's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
Better than Bambi?
Better than Bambi.
And it came out, what, like 20 years ago? Maybe 15?
Probably about 10 or 15.
10 or 15, yeah.
But I never saw it before, and I saw it just recently.
Oh, you just saw it last month, and you just said this is...
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
I can't wait. We're going to have to...
It was so great.
Get it.
But the other movie that I was really excited about was Les Miserables. And, oh, beautiful. It's an opera.
Which version?
The one with... who's the famous actor?
Hugh Jackman?
What was
the new one's with Hugh Jackman, and then the older one is with...
Hugh Jackman.
He's watched all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4.
So the more recent one, though, is your favorite?
The one with... who was the policeman?
But is it the girl that sings, who was Princess?
Yeah.
I haven't seen... Yeah, the girl.
Yeah.
That girl.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
That's the one.
Yeah, okay. So I've got to see that,
I loved that. And the other one was, of course, Gone with the Wind. That was great.
So those are 3 really good ones.
Those are 3 movies. Now, as far as a book is concerned, I think Thomas Mann's Magic Mountain.
You understood that book?
Yes, I did.
I did not understand that book. That was one that went right over my head.
Is it about love? Because Joel wouldn't understand that.
No, it was just, it's very bizarre. And then, like,
Wow.
Dr. Faustus, I mean, like, I just couldn't understand them.
Wow.
He would get up and go across the room to adjust the shades so that the sunlight wouldn't be hitting this girl in the face, you know.
Wow.
So yeah, it's brilliant.
It's kind of interesting,
That's
though.
interesting. How old were you when you read that?
Probably about 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if man hadn't been German, I'm convinced he'd be considered the best author of the 20th century, or something close to it. But it was because he was German, I think I kind of heard him.
Right.
Like when he was writing.
And talking about writing, what made you want to be a writer?
Oh, I think my mother really impressed on me the importance of being a writer instead of, like my father, a linotype operator.
Was it your mother or your stepmother?
My stepmother, but I know.
Right, I know that, but it
Right.
wasn't. It was Jean.
Yes. She said I should go into writing, and I did.
Awesome.
I took journalism in college and everything.
And just words. Did you enjoy like the art of words, or like the idea that you're in charge of this whole world and you can make it say what you want? Sorry, I'm getting very abstract now.
Because he's a writer. Joel's a writer.
I know he is.
So
I know he
between
is.
the two of you.
Yeah. I just enjoyed it, and I had been working in a factory before that, and I was in finance when I was in the Air Force. So the first job I got out was as a finance clerk in Dodge, Maine, where I would go around and give out checks to all the Polish die makers. And
People were probably big smiles on their faces when they saw you
they
coming.
said, "Dziękuję, dziękuję."
Is that Money Man? Money Man.
Yes, thank you.
No, that's Polish. Thank you.
Aww. Hey, I have a question from Nancy, and her question is, when we left from Boston to Miami, Why did we go and why did we stay?
Okay. We left Boston because of the Hurricane Donna came through, and we lived on a little Dog's Tail east of Boston, where we had Boston Bay in the backyard and the Atlantic Ocean in the front yard.
You were always around water.
Yeah.
I love this.
And here came Hurricane Donna, supposed to hit Nantasket, which is where we lived, solidly. Fortunately, it split just before it hit Nantasket and went on both sides. But the water level only came up 8 feet. If it had come up 12 feet, we could have been washed off into the Atlantic. So I thought, let's go south, where they don't have this horrendous weather. And it was so cold that every day there would be 3 sirens going off, meaning no school today. This went on continuously. So Bobby and Nancy really had very little schooling that year. And I thought, we'll go to Miami. Got down to Miami and it was so beautiful. The weather was like 80 degrees.
And that's why we stayed.
That's why we stayed. Yeah.
Did we go to Miami Beach where Mr. Ott lived at that point? Or
No.
no?
You went to Sundeck Cottages, and it was right on US 1.
Wow. What a memory. I'm so impressed. Let's see. Nancy said, how did Lee come into our lives? And if you would explain who Lee was to us.
Lee was our full-time live-in housekeeper because Helen and I were doing a lot of traveling, and she was there to take care of the children. And she was with us for 8 years.
How did you find her?
Nancy had gone into the kitchen, and there was something boiling on the stove, whether it was soup or something else, and she accidentally tipped it over and it splashed on her. And Grandma T said, I will get someone in here who will cook. And she did. She got Lee.
So Grandma T's the one that found Lee.
She found Lee.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rick and I have little memory of Lee. I remember her a little bit, but I know Nancy.
She was wonderful.
Yes. She even actually showed up at my wedding to John, I think.
Yes.
Yes, she
Yes,
did.
Lee
Last
came.
time you saw her.
Yeah.
So all I have to do is spill soup and I get a cook?
No one could be as good a cook as you, Lori. That was so
Only
good.
if Grandma T's around.
But it has to be on yourself, though. That's what we got. There's some masochistic thing going on here.
And here's our last question for this clip. It is, ready? This is really a good one. Daddy, would you please say the longest word that you know and why you know such a ginormous word? And that's from me.
Oh, good, ginormous question. Numen ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. And
Is this a joke?
no, this is
It's a real word. Tell us.
my cousin discovered it and told it to me.
Discovered the disease or discovered the word?
Discovered the word
Okay.
in a very big dictionary that he had.
Oh.
And it was the longest word in the dictionary. And it was like 28 syllables. Something
Wow.
like that.
What does it mean?
It means black lung disease.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's one of the few words whose definition is
The
longer.
black lung.
Is longer than. Is it not working?
No, do you want to cut it?
I'll cut it in a second. I just want to hear more about how this word is longer than its definition.
Can you spell it?
Yeah, it's good.
Spell it?
T-N.
Oh no! All right, guys.
M-O-N.
All right, so you just spelled that word. Thanks a lot. Oh wait, did we miss it?
And then, Mom, you had a question. Will you ask it?
Yes, when Lee lived with you, there was a time when you went south and you couldn't find a place to stay. Why don't you?
Yeah, that's when we came south from Boston. We were going up and down to the hotels on Miami Beach to stay for the night. And they would not let us stay because Lee was black. So I was so angry because the Jews owned most of the hotels on Miami Beach. And they had been through such torturous situations.
And
similar to
persecution
this.
also, yeah.
Yeah. And why wouldn't they allow Lee? So they ended up saying, well, go across one of the causeways and you'll find a place where blacks are allowed. And I think it was a bird name in it, actually. So,
You see? The lights go on, yeah.
so Mark was right on that.
Yeah, that is something. Let's see, here's a question from me, and it says, have you ever been bit by a dog?
Yes.
That was very leading. What controversy are you laying
What happened?
Well, I was probably 3 years old, maybe 2, I don't know. But it's the earliest memory I have.
Because it's tragic.
I can remember thinking that I was a cowboy ready to jump on my horse, and the only horse around was Towser, our dog.
What kind of dog?
It was a medium-sized dog.
Like a German Shepherd type?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, I ran and jumped on it while I was eating. Well, he turned and bit, and the moment he tasted blood, he just chewed my whole head up and tore my ear off. And the person taking care of me at the time came out with a shotgun and shot the dog.
Oh, no!
I've always felt terrible about that.
Oh, was it Aunt Emmalou?
Because I knew it was my fault. No, it was Uncle Claude, and it wasn't really my aunt and uncle, but...
But she actually did it, not a man. I can't imagine.
yeah,
Yeah, but
she
once...
came out with a shotgun and shot her. And I guess she thought I was going to die or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
well, and the face
Yeah.
bleeds a lot, so
They
I'm
had
sure,
to
yeah.
rush me to the hospital, and I had all kinds of stitches. Just now I'm beginning to feel them on my head, which I wasn't able to feel them when I had more hair.
So they're coming to the surface.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell on
You're
your
bald
ear.
when you came into the room.
Look at his ear.
Oh, wait, so it's the left ear?
Hmm?
The left ear?
The left ear you can see.
Turn,
Look.
turn around. Look at Lisa.
I'll tell you the truth, I don't know whether it was left or right.
The left you can see a bit of
Yeah.
the scar. You see what I'm saying, Greg? Can you show it to the camera? Like, it's there. We're hoping the light gets it.
But yeah, you're right there. Good. All right. Ouch! Okay, so that was your dog bite?
I've
And-
never been afraid of dogs ever since.
No,
so,
no, which is
I
remarkable.
love dogs.
Yeah, which is remarkable. Shannon Grey asks, what are your favorites between these questions? Your favorite meal for dinner, your dessert, ice cream flavor, and drink.
Oh, good questions. Okay.
So your favorite meal.
My favorite meal is...
Better say meatloaf.
It's meatloaf. It's meatloaf.
With mashed potatoes.
No, Greg is
Now
not
tell him
sticking him with
why.
the hot iron rod right now.
I fixed meatloaf the other night, and he didn't eat it. He wanted a hamburger, and I got
I got in trouble.
Oh, that's great. What about your favorite dessert?
no. That's
Favorite
not his
dessert
favorite.
is...
Really? It's not his favorite meal, everyone. Hold on.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Meatloaf is my favorite meal.
Yes. As of 3 days ago. Your favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert is Saunders ice cream with peanut butter ice cream with Saunders hot fudge over it.
Ooh, that sounds like a Reese's before the
Oh.
time.
It's so good.
And then your favorite drink?
My favorite drink is Probably scotch and soda.
All right. And we already asked about your book and movies. TV show. Do you have a favorite TV show?
Yes, my favorite TV show is called Blue
Blue Blood?
Blue Bloods.
That's the one you guys just started watching, right?
Yeah.
We're
I
going to
love
have to go home and watch that. What about your favorite color?
Favorite color?
Hint, hint.
Of course, it's blue.
Yeah, like
Then you
your
said the wrong answer there.
like your eyes.
Wait, so I have a question, just in closing for this one. Which civil rights protest march were you in?
Ooh, good one. That was in Miami, and it was protesting the church bombing where the 4 girls were killed.
Birmingham.
The Birmingham,
Yeah.
bombing. And within the week, we had a protest march down Collins Avenue and down Flagler in Miami. And I have the newspaper account at the time.
You have the
But,
picture of that or the article?
I've got the articles, yeah.
And
But,
what possessed you to
It
do
didn't
that?
show.
You brought your kids to a civil rights march. They were going to get hosed, possibly. Why were you putting your kids in danger?
Wasn't Lee with us on that?
Lee was responsible for us being on that march. She said, I'm going and I need the day off, I said, well, I'm going with you. And I said, we'll take Lori and put her in a baby carriage and we'll push that along. We'll be part of the...
And risk her life.
Oh.
It was very peaceful demonstration.
It was very peaceful. And of
Nancy
course-
remembers it.
Yeah, she does.
She does. I don't remember it, but I don't know how old. If Lori was in the stroller, then I was probably 3.
Yeah.
So
3 or
she
4.
was just a baby. Yeah, so 3 or 4 is why I don't remember it. And then Lori Madison asked, "What is still on your bucket list?" But I think we kind of said you want to go to Australia
What another
or
one?
or Jamaica. Do you have any more?
Jamaica, Australia. Well, the Orient,
Really, I have no desire for the Orient, but you
Yeah.
do.
That's because you're racist, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong family. though.
Probably Japanese, Japan,
Yeah?
Tokyo, yeah.
And that's where Mark was born.
Okay.
All right.